The meaning of life?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay, do we have enough time?
Hey guys, I'm Ting. Welcome to my channel where I share my life, thoughts, and tips for language learning. Today I want to try something different. I've prepared some very difficult questions for foreigners to answer. The two big questions I prepared for them is, what's the meaning of life for you? And if you're just gonna live for 1 year, what are you gonna do? I don't know how many of you have ever thought about those questions, but for me it means a lot. And I'm so curious to know what other people think about it, especially those people who share different experience values on the other side of the world. Let's go and check it out.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
My name is Nefi. Teen, it's
Nefi.
nice to meet you.
Hi,
Hello.
and I'm
Well,
Ashley.
My name is David. It's very nice to meet you.
I've never visited Shanghai. I've been to Beijing and Hong Kong. I was there with my university. I loved all of the food there. It was some of the best food I've ever had in my life.
do you remember any name of that? No.
Well, I always set myself up for that trap because I can't tell you at all what I had. But
Something that's really interesting in Venezuela is the lack of racism. Like, you can call someone black and they won't be offended. If I have a very chubby friend or a chubby relative, well, I'll just call them gordo or gorda. Hey, gordita, ven acá. Yeah, so it's more like out of affection rather than an offense. Yeah.
English is our home language in schools, but it's also the corporate language, although we have our native languages. In South Africa, we have 12 official languages
12?
recognized. Yeah.
I'm from London.
Are you in
Um,
London right now?
No, I'm actually living in Lisbon in Portugal because I wanted something different and I don't like the British weather. Yeah.
Is
I'm
the
not a
weather there
fan.
good?
The weather in Portugal is lovely and incredible compared to London, which rains all the time and is just
I
miserable.
see.
the meaning of life?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Do we have enough time? And that's a really deep question. And I think the best way to start is asking yourself who you are. Who am I? I don't believe there's an end goal per se. It's more of just a journey. And I think living life should just be that, just to live life. It's almost like dancing just to dance. There is no one reason, there is no one meaning.
Do you like this journey?
The only way we can truly continue our journey in understanding ourselves is by loving. While being with someone else, I start noticing things about me that I didn't notice before. And it doesn't have to be romantic love, it's far more dynamic.
Okay.
Ready?
My answer to this question comes from a religious point of view. Yeah. I believe we're actually here to, well, learn and, well, become something greater in the afterlife. That's pretty much in a nutshell. I believe in the fact that families can be together forever, passing on your knowledge and experience to your kids and helping them, being a positive influence on other people. I also believe in serving others, helping others without, asking for anything in return.
So it's about giving, right?
Yeah, yeah, about giving, trying to be a positive influence on other people. I believe, like, ultimately all people are good.
That is a good question. I think life is beyond having breath, it's experiencing both the bliss but also the challenges. Another thing would point it to connecting with people. So just that connection that makes you feel alive, but also connecting with things that we do.
Do you describe yourself the type of person who's constantly like live the moment? Like
Oh,
now?
that's a hard one. No, I wouldn't necessarily say that. It is hard. Tell me top three people that you love most in your life.
I would say the first one is myself.
Oh, look at that.
Seriously. My younger version of me that I always put others' needs in front of mine. It wasn't really a pleasant journey, right? Because I'm always behind. But then after being with myself alone, and I try to love myself more, until then I rank in the top one in my list right now.
That is amazing.
I think I just start walking.
Walking.
Yes. I'm very curious about Northern Africa, and I would like to walk to Egypt, walk through Egypt and continue to the Middle East. And
Wow.
maybe even reach Asia. When you start taking steps, you meet amazing people along the way that ask you interesting questions about life. And the question that you perhaps had in your mind, you know, is answered by a stranger on the road one day, like if it were magic. And that's where I want to be. For wherever the year ends, that's where I'll have my last breath on this world.
Well, according to my current lifestyle, I wouldn't change too much. I would probably like to spend most of that time with my family, right?
Mm.
Some people say they have like a bucket list, right? But
Do you? Do you have
um,
it?
kind of, kind of. I feel like I've crossed off a lot of those things from my bucket
Oh,
list.
oh,
Uh,
that's great.
like at the end of the day, I find more value in lasting, like things that don't go away are, relationships.
I would stop working.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really interesting question. I think my whole attitude towards everything would change. I think I'd want to stand up for what I believe to be right and true, and I wouldn't care so much about the consequences because there's so
Mm.
much in the world at the moment that I just think is unbelievable. Does it make sense?
Yeah,
I
of
don't
course, of
know.
course.
Yeah. So I think I do that. I think I just try and be
Mm.
happy as possible, and not worry about stupid things. Not
Mm.
worry about things that don't really matter, things that are out of my control.
As long as we are happy along the way, and that's the most important thing, I feel like
Mm.
previously my answer to that. But then I think I'm not 100% enjoying it. Probably I
Yeah.
only enjoyed 10% of it.
I think I probably enjoy about 20%, maybe 10%. So
20%. Okay.
we're around the same. But that's very
Okay.
interesting.
How do you think about it? What is your answer to those questions? I don't know if you noticed that even though they're from different countries and have totally different background experience, but there are so many things in common in their answers, like that life is about experiencing the connections, the relationship. Those are the things that's gonna last. There's no right or wrong answers to those questions. What really matters is the way, the process that we pursue the answer. Through those constant reflections, we're going to evolve consciously and unconsciously. By the way, the app that I'm using to find teachers or foreigners is Cambly. There are many qualified teachers on the platform, and easy for me to filter the teachers I want to chat with. I always watch their introduction video, which helps me a lot to know them before talking to them.
Experience in the profile always matters to me. If I find something interesting that I want to discuss about, then I'll just book the time.
If you're interested in trying this, download the app and input habit1005 to get 15 minutes free trial to see if it fits you. Is there any specific topic you want me to chat with the foreigners? If there is, leave me the comments. See you around.
My mother is from Spain.
Ah,
Hablas español. ¿Y cómo aprendiste?
pues online. Solamente utilizo lo que tengo online para aprender.
Es increíble.
I am from Venezuela, South America.
Quiero practicar un poquito de español también.
Tu español, la pronunciación de español suena como el español que hablan en México.
¿En
¿Es cierto?
México? ¿En
Sí,
serio? Ah,
sí.
¿te gusta el invierno? Es algo muy diferente de Latinoamérica, creo.
Sí, es muy diferente, totalmente. El tema de acá es que hace mucho frío, pero puede haber un sol
Sí,
fuerte.
sí,
Entonces,
sí.
eso nunca lo había visto en mi vida, nunca, ni en Estados
Ah,
Unidos.
muchas gracias.
Sí, bueno,
Y me alegra mucho
para
hablar
nada.
contigo.
Sí, igualmente. Un feliz día.
Chao.